Don't wait for 2025 to make your goals a reality. Because let's be honest, another date or year won't change a single thing if you finally achieve your goals or not. But starting to stack daily mini wins will. And in this video, I will share with you 3 simple habits that allowed me to not only stack wins daily, but in the end crush every goal I had, no matter how big they were. And after watching this video, you are capable of doing the exact same. So let's start. Now, before talking about the 3 habits to get those daily wins, I want to first show you why these daily wins actually matter. Have you ever struggled with confidence, meaning that deep down you don't really feel capable to do the thing you actually want to achieve? Or have you struggled with procrastination and constant distractions when thinking about the task you know you should be doing? Well, stacking mini wins daily will solve both of these problems, and that's why they're so important. Because the feeling of achieving every day something small will not only create steady progress, but also build that confidence in yourself. Because you see that you are actually walking the walk and not just talking the talk. You see yourself improving every single day, even if it's just a tiny little bit, but it's progress. And that will give you so much self-belief and confidence. Confidence in your plan, confidence in your skills, and eventually confidence that you will be able to do what you want to do. And once you get those first few days of wins, something else happens. You build momentum and you start to become more focused day by day until you eventually become obsessed with the thing you're doing and the progress you're making. And that's when distractions like doom scrolling or watching Netflix won't make sense at all to you anymore, because you're not your old self anymore. You got yourself an upgrade and you're tunnel focused on living out that new identity each day, and all due to stacking small wins on a daily basis. And that's the power of the 3 habits I'm about to share with you now. So if you do those 3 habits I will share now, you will exactly achieve that. Rock solid confidence and tunnel focus. Those are the exact habits I kept in my routine since I started my self-improvement and entrepreneurship journey 8 years ago. And they're the ones that are responsible for almost all of my successes in all areas of my life. Whether it was building my e-com brand to 7 figures, building my physique, building a software, or starting this YouTube channel and just generally creating a life of freedom. So let's look at habit number 1. To plan your day the night before. This one takes not even 5 minutes, but will set the tone for the next day. So at the end of each day, the exact time really doesn't matter. I sit myself down and note what my top priority for the next day is. And a guiding question here is, what's the one thing that makes everything else irrelevant or easy if I do it? And the answer to this question is my top priority. And after that, I write down all the other things that need to be done for the next day as well. And that can be work or personal life related stuff. But the main goal is to write down your top priority for the next day. And if you have that in mind, you know exactly where to focus on once you wake up in the next morning. And that is so powerful and brings us to habit number 2, deep work in the first hour. Whatever situation I was in my life, whether I was in a 9 to 5, in university, traveling abroad, or at home in Switzerland, I started every day the same way. By investing the first hour of my day into that number 1 priority I wrote down the night before. Of course, you can do things like getting ready, coffee, or even sports before, but it made such a big difference for me that the first hour of actual work was invested into my own goals, not in somebody else's goal, because that first hour is when your mind is still fresh and you're actually able to really focus. If you think you can do that one priority task somewhere at night or in between some meetings, forget it. At least that's my experience. So really do it first thing in the morning. Even if that means waking up an hour earlier, it is really worth it 10 times. The feeling you have when you know that you already worked for your dreams and it's only 8 a.m. or 9 a.m. is truly unmatchable, for me at least. And also, don't use that hour to do some nonsense that isn't moving the needle. You only have 60 minutes, so really invest every second into that one task you chose the night before. Put your phone in another room, activate the focus mode on your laptop, whatever, just put your head down into that one single task. And that's how you make actual progress. Now on to habit number 3, 1 drop of sweat daily. We discussed planning, we discussed the actual doing, and now the third part which is left is reflecting and resting. For me, the best method to do that is by moving my body. That can be to go for a run, to lift weights, to play football, or any other sport. But exercising my body on a daily basis was so important to not only have fun and stay healthy, but also to reset my mind, to shift the focus away from my goals towards my body and spirit. And this habit gave me room for reflecting, but also room for new ideas on how to go on in my work, what to improve, etc., etc. My best and most profitable ideas never came in my deep work sessions or when I'm planning. They always came after I shifted my focus away from my goals and gave my mind some time to rest. And that's why doing sports for 30 or 60 minutes every day is the third and last of my non-negotiable habits. So I wanted to keep this one short and concise because, let's be honest, the habits are not complicated. They're very, very easy. What's hard is doing them on a consistent day-to-day basis. And that's why the first part was so important, for you to realize that you don't need to create huge changes in your life to actually change something. No, you need to do the few things with the biggest impact, which for me are those 3 habits, and then do them on a consistent basis. Not just for a week or two. No, things really take time, and that's why you need to make them non-negotiable habit, so you can actually stick to them for a year or even more. And when those habits become normal to you, that's when you usually start to seeing the changes and results you want. So please try to implement at least one of them in your life. Choose the one that fits well for you and actually stick to it. So that was it for today's video. Thanks for watching, and I hope to see you in the next one. Bye bye.